A good job by Vucevic and Smith to communicate the switch that time. Brown ends up turning it over. Brown's got 13 to lead the Celtics so far.
Well, here it is. Good switch right there. Vuce does a good job of trying to stay in front, and then he switched back at the last second and calls that turnover.
Just the third for Boston. They're a very low turnover team. They only average 12 a game, the fewest in the league. Here's Dosunmu taking a three. Off target. And grabbed by Brown as Derek White did enough to box out Okoro.
Really, Boston is small right now.
Here's Walsh. He's one of the bigger guys on the floor right now.
And he's guarding Vooch or whoever, but they're small.
They've got a
easier and more accessible, so you can live fully.
Celtics have won 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two. Of course, they've met 5 times in the playoffs, including Derrick Rose's playoff debut in 2009.
See, they're going small, trying to guard Vooch.
Garza's the biggest guy. They got
to
Brown
punish him now.
Yep.
See, Vooch has got to go with the right-hand jump hook over Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is not going to block his shot. And that's the best situation you can get, a higher percentage shot. You're throwing the ball out to Okoro, who's a decent three-point shooter, but you've got a higher percentage shot against a smaller defender.
They're handing you a shot that goes down about 65% of the time.
Yes, you've got to take that. They don't have size out there. You've got to punish the Celtics for playing a smaller lineup.
So that foul.
Taking Jalen Smith. See, now Billy's going to match up size for size, and now the advantage the Bulls had now is gone.
Yeah, because now you move Vucevic to the pure 5. He's the only true big out there. You've got 4 wing Celtics. He's a very tactical coach. He reminds me a lot about Eric Spoelstra, who matches up very well with whatever you put out there.
Well, and he's also, the Celtics also is an extension of him. He's a fiery guy. You know, he gets in his guys. He holds them accountable. They respect that, and they play the way he plays, that he would play. So there's that matchup again. So
get it to him, and you got to score this game.
It's a simple game. It's a simple game. You have to punish these switches when you have the opportunity. It's not always going to be there.
Here's Jaylen Brown. He's the only player in this game in double figures with 15. White misfires. Another offensive rebound for Boston. Mias Keita's got it. White navigating. Step back. Too strong off the glass. White, Vucevic, Herter, Giddey, and Okoro the 5 for Chicago. There's Jordan Walsh hassling White. Stop, kick, Vucevic 3.
Right now, I mean, that's a good way to get yourself going. Get you some easy shots inside, opens up the outside game.
It's the Bulls' 70th made 3 in the last 3.5 games. The 62 they made in the previous 3 is the most they've made in any 3-game span in their 60-year franchise history. Foul and 1. Jaylen Brown against Herter with a chance at a 3-point play.
Now, if you're Isaac Okoro, you've got to help on that situation. You're kind of halfway. You're in halfway no man's land. Watch right here. Now, he can easily come and dig at the ball right now because Derek White is struggling, but you've got to help because Jaylen Brown is in the paint. He's not at the top of the circle. He's in the paint in the scoring position, and we know how good he is below the free throw line, so you've got to help him out. KYP, know your personnel.
2 minutes left first half. Game's been played in a 13-point window.
Boston doesn't mind playing this pace.
Nope, they want to grind you out.
Very methodical.
White, good patience, but he missed the scoop.
Gotta get back, gotta hustle back.
Yeah, White's a little frustrated, and he's a little late to the party. Now here's Brown, picked up by Buzelis.
Nice.
There's Simons, over Giddey, that's a 3.
Yeah, you saw Jaylen Brown direct him. Like, hey, I'm gonna push it, move out, get open.
Now Boston has its largest lead of this first half at 8.
There it is again. There's a matchup right there.
There's the switch. You got Walsh trying to stick with Vucevic. Buzelis throws cross court. Vucevic has to get out of the paint because he doesn't want the 3-second violation. And now Keita ends up with a steal. Brown into Okoro. Good defense by the Bulls. Giddey caught it out of bounds. It will be Boston ball with 7.
But on that play, you know, Giddey's got to dive and get out of there.
Simons off the corner curl. Giddey the rebound. Trying to push the tempo a little bit. We talked about it in Boston. The Celtics get back quick. Here's Buzelis on the attack. Oh, he missed a dunk off the front. He can't touch it because he's sitting out of bounds, but it was last touched by Walsh to Chicago.
To that rim.
Simons gets called for a foul. They're going to review this to see if it's an away.
The ball into the playing court, therefore it will be an away from the play foul.
Yeah, Alabama.
That's right.
He was down there at Oklahoma. Told me, saw some of the pictures up on the wall out there. So he sent me a shout out.
Okoro cashes a 3 from the corner, back down to a 4-point game. Celtics can go 2 for 1 at the end of this first half. Here's Brown, turning the corner, head of steam, into White. Turnaround jumper by Brown is short. Rebound Buzelis. Giddey was the outlet feed, but Buzelis kind of bobbled the ball as he was trying to corral it for a long distance pass. So second chance for Boston. They'll get that 2 for 1 possession right here, in fact. Brown. Over Kobe White.
He's just too strong.
20 points in the first half for Jaylen Brown, who has found his old stroke. 6-point Boston lead, final seconds, first half. Here's White on the attack. Can't get free. Forces one up and cannot